this is Paul Gale from paulgalenetwork.com, and it is October 3rd, 2020. We are about to watch the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Mr. Sakurai Presents Steve and Alex video. It's approximately 46 minutes long, and we should get in it a good look at Minecraft's Steve and Alex and accompanying skins, and have a good time. So let's begin, shall we?
こんにちは。大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズディレクター、空の桜井正宏です。空というのは私が契約するための会社で、現状スタッフたちがいるわけでも、募集しているわけでもありません。あしからず。スマブラダウンロードコンテンツ第7弾マインクラフトのご紹介を行いたいと思います。これを収録しているのはお盆の頃です。
Recording in mid-August is interesting.
コロナウイルスの影響を強く受けており、外出自粛が叫ばれています。1日あたりの感染者数は緊急事態宣言が出された時よりも多いんですね。スマブラチームもテレワークで開発を続けている最中です。今回のこういった番組のためスタジオに集まるのも困難です。そこで前回に引き続き私の自宅からお送りしたいと思います。またこうなってしまいましたね。ここにいるの私だけです。撮影スタッフも見て笑ってくれる人もいないという寂しい。だけど今は感染の沈静化に協力すべきところですね。また海外の方にとっては申し訳ないですが、字幕で表示されていることと思います。吹き替えもなかなか難しい状態でして、開発時になかなか困ったのは、私自身がテスト対戦をあまり行えないことですね。スマブラ開発中は毎日昼休みにスタッフと対戦をし、その様子を踏まえながらバランス調整をしていたわけですが、その対戦ができなくなってしまったと。最近になってやっと開発バージョンで秘匿性のある通信対戦もできるようになり、テストプレイできるようになってきましたが、まだまだ十分な状態ではないです。テレワークで開発が困難なこともあり、今回紹介するバージョンと製品版とではもしかしたら大きく異なる場合があるかもしれません。あらかじめご了承ください。では早速参りましょう。例によって、私が操作をしながら説明をさせていただきます。カメラは製品版と異なりますのでご了承ください。
Boy, a pandemic, social distancing, quarantine, it's tough. This is Steve, one of the characters from Minecraft. We've made some differences, but at first glance, sorry, I started reading a little bit too slow. If you tilt the control stick up or down, he tilts his head like in the original game. For one of his taunts, he'll eat a steak, although you only get 2 or 3 of these per cow in the original game. For his other taunts, we've included gestures you make online. For example, hello, I'd like to play Minecraft today. These are his physical characteristics. He doesn't jump very high. For stages like Battlefield, we set the height of the platforms so that most fighters can reach them with one jump. Interesting. But in Steve's case, he can't even jump there. He can only manage a little lower than the short hop of other fighters, but his mid-air jump isn't as low. His low jump is just right for getting on the blocks he creates, but I'll explain that later. Steve has 2 additional color variations, although they're less like color variations and more like costumes from the original game. And this is Alex. She's another character from the original game. She also has 2 additional color variations. With Steve and Alex's variations, that's 6 total. Next for P7, we have a zombie. Just like the zombie skins in the original game, this doesn't burn in sunlight, so don't worry. You'll be able to see the extremity rare sight of a zombie placing blocks. Next, P8 is an Enderman. It looks quite cute, doesn't it? Just don't look it in the eyes. It's kind of an Enderman skin, but his arms are somewhat thinner than Steve's. You'll be able to see an Enderman flying through the air using Elytra, another incredibly rare sight. Now I'll explain the regular moves. I'm repeating myself, but please be aware that this is still in development. Things may look or play differently in the final product. You can see the sword in neutral attacks, smash attacks, and air attacks. These are basic attacks. If you hold the attack button down, you can walk while repeatedly swinging the sword. You can also do this while retreating. I like that. It's like Twilight Princess Link. And you can also hit opponents repeatedly. Performing repeated neutral attacks while moving has a similar feel to Mega Man. You can also jump while doing this. It has a short reach, but it's good at keeping opponents in check with damage. If you get hit, do your best to get away. Now the side smash attack. This is the sweep attack that exists only in the Java edition of Minecraft, not the Bedrock edition. Like most of Steve's attacks, it has a short reach. It also has a strong launch power, so it's one of the moves you'll definitely want to land. The sword is also used to attack when hanging from an edge, and when getting up from the ground. Next is the axe. It's designed to attack overhead. Even in the original game, when you cut down trees, you look up and swing the axe. As with the sword, you can hold the button down to keep swinging the axe. Use it as a tilt attack to juggle opponents like beanbags, or just as an air attack. If you think of it as an upward-facing chain attack, you can't go wrong. Next, the pickaxe. It's used for mining, but it's also used in dash attacks, forward attacks, and back air attacks. First, the dash. For short range attack. It's also got plenty of launch power. Now then, the forward air attack and back air attack. They look similar, but they differ a bit. The forward attack has a meteor effect. The back air attack has high launch and knockback power. Use them accordingly. If you jump while swinging the sword, you end up with a sword attack. If you want to use the pickaxe, make sure to leave a gap. You can use craft to strengthen each tool. That's cool. That's funny. Your equipment will power up in the following order. Nice. Weapons and tools have limited durability. I like that they put Link in there. My sword just broke. When this happens, you'll attack barehanded, which is extremely weak. It's funny. However, all of your tools operate independently from one another, so even if your sword breaks, you can still use your axe and pickaxe. Next, I'll introduce other attacks that don't use the basic tools. Down tilt uses flint and steel. It sets a fire in front of you. Fire works like PK fire. Slightly affected by gravity. Attack lasts for a long time, so you may be able to use it to stop an opponent charging at you or block projectiles. Ooh, nice. Hate to be on the receiving side of this, that's funny. Smash attack, magma block. Placed overhead, it can be mined quickly. Doesn't consume materials, lasts a long time, which makes it great against enemies coming overhead. It leaves you pretty open though, so be careful. You can take a lot of hits. It floats high enough to go through platforms, like the ones in Battlefield. That's interesting. Magma attack is ideal to use right after juggling an opponent with up tilt attacks. Down smash uses the lava bucket, dumps lava from left and right. Low height launches opponents. Launch trajectory is extremely effective against Little Mac with poor recovery. Magma block,
溶岩
lava.
マグマ
Magma,
溶岩
lava.
どうもマグマは地中にあるので
Magma is used to refer to the stuff inside the earth, and lava is what comes out of the surface. I guess the terms magma and lava are used to refer to different things outside of Japan. The down air attack, iron, super powerful falling attack. I was gonna say it's like Kirby Stone. Fall straight down, but you can cancel partway through. Grab is the fishing rod. Wide range can even grab opponents who are slightly further away. If an opponent's grabbed, they'll be thrown inside of a fence. Back throw, fishing rod. Simple. Up throw is like a piston. Forward throw is low. Then goes straight up. Pretty good finishers. The down throw summons an anvil to flatten opponents. However, it does consume iron. Suitable for combo attacks. Now the special moves. Mining and crafting are essential. Alex now. Neutral special works different. Mine for normal B. Add a crafting table. Create a block. With mine, you dig the area in front of you to collect materials. You can get really good materials, so it's important to just keep trying to dig. The tool you use automatically changes depending. If it's wood, you'll use the axe. With something like this, the pickaxe adds a lot of detail. Digging in the ground, you use a shovel. The game has to be so fast. You can also mine walls. Speed at which you dig materials are most likely to appear different depending, such as here with dirt, wood, stone, a little slower, iron. Lots of wood here on Donkey Kong stage, naturally. Iron here. Your tactics depend on the terrain you're on, which is, in a way, very much Minecraft. It's also such a bizarre feature. It's like a geomancer job in Final Fantasy. As for places that don't really have wood or stone like this, you see a lot of sand being dug up. Grade 1 materials. Treat them as miscellaneous. What about battlefield form and Omega form? If you use a random battlefield or what have you, tactics might end up changing completely. Materials will appear at a predetermined rate regardless of the surface on these types of stages. It may look odd, but please understand that we want to prioritize the match quality. True. Digging iron takes time. No guarantee that an iron-only stage is better. Also, if you mine more materials than you can carry, you'll end up discarding them. That's what happens with the materials being thrown backward. Doing that is wasteful, so it's better to use the material in your possession. Craft is for making tools when attacking and mining like this. Stand in front of it, press the special move button, which is B. You'll craft a tool using the materials you have. If a tool hasn't broken, you can restore its durability. Highest quality tool will be crafted from the materials you have. Lowest to highest. Wood, stone, iron, gold, and the final one, diamond. Of course, the diamond sword is the most powerful. When you craft a diamond sword, the pickaxe also powers up. The pickaxe is used for mining as well as attacking. Super convenient, whichever one you use. You'll definitely want to be powering up tools. It's important to dig up diamonds in order to craft diamond weapons and diamond tools. That looks fun. Just so you know, golden tools are fragile and have low power, but they speed up your attacks, so there's some merit to them. Set order to materials you get when digging in certain areas. It's not just random. If you keep digging, you'll eventually get diamonds. By the way, Alex's attacks and opponent's attacks can break the crafting table. You'd be in trouble without it, but as you can see, it'll come back quickly, even after breaking. Above all else, there's something that you should remember. Press the special move button while shielding. This way you can summon your crafting table no matter how far away it is. Pointless try camping out in front of a crafting table to prevent someone else from using it. You can't summon while dodging though. If you have a shield, then press the special move button. Ah, cool. You can use a crafting table that someone else summoned, though you could say it's a strange feature. Next is a create block. Press B in air to create. That's cool. That looks fun. Unlike with crafting tools, this uses your cheapest or simplest materials first. If you hold down the button to jump or walk, you'll continue making blocks. Quite the feature, huh? Let's take a moment to thank our programs in particular. Programmers. They had to update every stage, however a block will break soon after you climb on it. Your attacks and those of your opponents will also break the blocks. Bumping your head on a block will also break it, like this. Nice seeing Mario break those. Wow. You could get the possibilities. Hiya, take that. Dang. You could get complex with Alex or Steve. I don't know if it'll go that easily in the final product, but at any rate, you can see the possibilities. However, there is a restriction in creating blocks off screen. You can't create blocks beyond this pink line. There's also an upper limit right here. If we didn't have that, you'd be able to flee as much as you wanted. Also, blocks near the edge of the screen break quickly, so be careful. When creating blocks, the cheapest materials are used first, but using iron is wasteful. Please look at the material gauge above Alex's damage. These are the materials you've collected by ratio. In this case, from left to right. We have dirt, wood, stone, and iron. Only iron is used in multiple moves.
鉄を使うと1個ずつゲージが減っています。こうやって鉄を使うと1個ずつ減ってますね。鉄の道具のクラフトには
You need 4 pieces of iron to craft an iron tool. Gold and diamond are shown in a separate section. When this is flashing, it means you can craft the tool. In this case, we can craft something out of diamond. You could also dig up redstone, but that isn't shown in the gauge. Explanation's a little long, but please try out mining, crafting, and block creation. Side special. Ha! Fun. It's good Donkey Kong in there. You need iron to create a cart. Won't be able to place rails if you're lacking materials. It's possible that if you're on a stage with just iron, you can easily bring out the minecart, but you can't place rails. Boy, it's still one of the prettiest stages right here. Just like in Minecraft, the minecart isn't good for climbing hills, but here you can use special rails to accelerate. They're called powered rails. Nice. I'm talking about these. You'll recognize them as they zoom. If you have gold and redstone, it goes faster. Naturally, the faster you go, the harder it will be for your opponents to evade. It's a strong special when used head-on, but it has other uses as well. You can jump out of the cart and scoop up an opponent with it. Nice. Or attack them while they're vulnerable. More damage an opponent has taken, the longer they'll be stuck in the cart. Brilliant. Up special is Elytra. In the original game, Elytra are something to look forward to after defeating the dragon. First you unfold the Elytra, then you light the firework rocket. You'll fly straight forward if you use it normally. You can also aim up or down. Wow. You can fly relatively freely, so you can use it to fly around opponents who are trying to prevent your recovery. Like this. I like that gliding mechanic like a paper airplane. You only actually attack when lighting the firework rocket. That's only the first moment or so, meaning you'll need to be careful during the rest of the move so you're not left vulnerable. You can use this move to fly quite far, but be careful in doing so you can't hover at the end. If you use the move over the edge, make sure to turn and face the other way before the firework rocket ignites. You can turn around like this. No materials are needed to fly to use Elytra. Down special TNT. Luxury item, but you can craft with gunpowder. Here, you can make it use lower quality materials like dirt and stone. Visual of the explosion is also based on Minecraft. It'll explode more easily if it's struck. Use redstone circuit to gain some distance. This will consume redstone. Use the down special, place the redstone circuit, then step on the pressure plate to detonate. Watch out, if you place the pressure plate right next to the TNT, stepping on it will cause you to damage it as well. Opponents can step on the pressure plate. Nice, it's kind of like Solid Snake's mine almost. Well, in some ways, I guess. Cool. Additionally, if you're both caught in the explosion, the one who stepped on the plate won't be sent flying as far, so another strategy might be triggered on purpose. Don't use firearms or fire-based attacks around the TNT. It'll ignite very easily. I like that stuff.
代表的な使い方はやっぱり
A typical use for this attack is to prevent people from coming back on.
まあ、単
Nice.
純に置いとくだけでもプレッシャーにはなると思います。先頃ご紹介
Steve's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun to play.
押すこともできます。そして最後の切り札
Final Smash is called House of Boom. You may or may not have built something in Minecraft where your opponent is surrounded by traps. That's what we've gone for here. Here's how it works. That's cool. That's where Mario was at the beginning of the trailer. An invigorating attack, really satisfied if you could pull it off. Only one opponent gets trapped in the House of Boom, but you can hit other opponents with the giant piston. It's good to hit as many opponents as you can with it. When you pull out the perfect shield, you'll form a special shield, something we also borrowed from Minecraft. And if you're put to sleep, it looks like this. It's nice to have nice things. It's good to take a bed along when on an adventure, right? Now let's see what happens when you get swallowed by Kirby. What do you think will happen? Well, Kirby's gonna look like a block. That's awesome. Isn't it funny? Yeah, it is. That's awesome. He's completely square. That's cute. That looks cool. I don't think there are many other Minecraft tie-ins that bring so many details together to form one action-packed experience. I hope you're looking forward to it. Dang, the amount of detail. New stage, Minecraft world. It's amazing. Introducing Minecraft world. 6 biomes in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Randomly change for each match. Plains biome, standard. Villagers walk around and do farm work. When the sun sets, the monsters come out and the villagers return to their homes. Zombies and skeletons emerge. If I use a special camera, you won't find in the product version of the game, you'll see the villagers are all safely tucked into bed as they should be. Zombies also peeking inside. That's funny. When dawn breaks, the zombies and skeletons get burned up by the sunlight. The villagers are relieved and can finally venture outside again. Ha! You can break objects. Same for all biomes. If you break everything, the stage will be flat and it won't be restored to the way it was before. Next is the birch forest biome. There aren't any villagers in this biome, but there are sheep and cows wandering around. If you break a tree here, you'll reveal a platform. Breaking both trees, 2 platforms. Savannah biome is next. They look like actual trees. Will acai berries fall down? Cutting this tree down will reveal a single platform. Taiga biome. Slightly cold. Biome has mossy stones. Dig on breakable blocks and you'll be able to obtain multiple materials from each block before they break. It's not just one crafting material per block. Next is snow tundra biome. It's a freezing region with permafrost. There's an igloo in the middle. Let's break it, take that. There are also blocks piled inside. Ah, nice. Yeah, snowy tundra looks cool. lots of scope in the background in these, you know, like look at this one. Stone Shore. You won't be getting any materials for hitting it with your head, but you can still rig it that way. The truth is we've made it so that you can obtain materials in the same place in every biome. For example, this is what it looks like when you break all the stones in the Stone Shore biome, like this. We've made it so the same materials are always among the main level of the stage. One important point is the location. Being able to get iron is important. Plenty of iron right there. Battlefield and Omega Form. The terrain doesn't change, but there is a day and night cycle. Let's see them in action. Here's an actual battle. Additions to the spirit board. This thing is huge now. So many spirits. Zombie, creeper, skeleton, slime, enderman, villager.
まず、普通はこの相手のパワーに応じたスピリットをセットするわけですよね。だけれども、今回はスピリットなしでいってみたいと思います。まあ、ノービスだからこんぐらいでも十分であろうと思います。スーパーアーマーがあるようだからちょっと苦労するかもしれないですけどね。
Opponent has super armor. We'll be facing 10 zombies.
始まりました。
This is the savanna biome. The Asahi tree is just the right shape to protect me at the moment. I'm going to get a lot of materials while I can. My opponents have super armor, so things could get tough if I'm not careful. In a situation like this, hit them once, twice, then use a down air attack. Magma. Oh wait, lava. Even without spirits, I have a feeling I can win against opponents of this caliber. Take the tree out, use the minecart. Uh-oh! Zombie tossed the TNT barrel back. What should I do about that TNT? Kakada explosion. Going to rely on the anvil since I have lots of iron. Off the stage you go. And again. Victory. Novice spirit and not exactly challenging. Opponents will be stronger this time. Nope, I'm not going to equip any spirits. It might get tough, but I think I can still win. Or maybe not. I really want to get as many materials as I can. Oh no, I'm not going to get eaten. Since my opponent is a slime, it's jumping and attacking me from above. Just like the slimes in Minecraft. So it's best to wait for them to get right above me. Hit them before they attack. It's not the most entertaining strategy, but it works. I want more materials. This isn't looking good. Slimes are getting smaller and smaller. At this point, it doesn't seem like throws will be very effective. Well, what about this strategy? Oh, cool. That's kind of neat, the Minecraft, well, minecart strategy. Play some TNT as a parting gift. Ooh, final smash. Nice. The House of Boom, that's funny. This one just doesn't know when to quit. More TNT. Awesome. That was cool, that was satisfying. I'm glad I was able to win. There's plenty of fun to be had with spirit battles. Normal spirit board now has the rematch feature. But if you enter a rematch without a spirit and don't bring any items, theoretically you'd get a higher score. In that case, the damage you receive and the time it takes will be different. I wonder if there's anyone who has defeated all opponents without using aid from any spirits. If there's anyone who has pulled this off, please raise your hand. I wonder how many folks around the world have done this. If there were a lot of really incredible players, perhaps you could hold a time attack contest tracking. This would be one of the hardest challenges in gaming. This is the battle for a chosen few only, so I can't really recommend it. It's funny. Also, Steve Route is available in classic mode, so I hope you enjoyed that. Song list. Probably like a couple dozen. Unfortunately, we weren't able to include music from the original game. Interesting. It would be next to impossible to make the tracks from the original game work in that context. It would make players relax. Instead, we've selected several tracks from spin-offs and mini-games that will work in the context of a fighting game, including tracks from Minecraft Earth and Minecraft Dungeons. We'll be providing arranged versions. 7 tracks. 6 are now arrangements, new arrangements. Battle, Tumble, and Glide. Minecraft World Stage has its own day-night cycle. The tone of several of our arrangements will shift to match it. Hope you enjoy. That's it. I don't think there are any other games that could be seen as a Minecraft spin-off that makes use of so many specific moves from the original game, but the fighter is also quite distinctive. We hope you enjoy the massive amount of Minecraft content there truly is. It's crazy to think that they put so much for everybody. Release is planned for October 13th. If you have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Pass Volume 2, you'll already have it downloaded. Otherwise, he could be downloaded separately. Mii Fighter costumes, awesome! At this point, I normally present some kind of collaboration, but since we've talked about Minecraft today, we've added several costumes from this game. Please take a look, okay? Round 7. Wild. So, okay, a creeper. That looks just like a creeper. Like, I like these costumes that are full body characters. Like pig, okay. I mean, when you can see your Mii's face, that's cool because it looks like you as Link or, you as Samus. But when it's this kind of thing, like Cuphead was, that's just, might as well be another character in the game. Like, okay, like Diamond Armor, Sword Fighter. Now you can see, your character's face. But the Creeper, that's just a new character. The Tower of The Tower of Draga. Gale as a sword fighter. Bomberman! Oh man. Oh dude, that's Bomberman! That's legit Bomberman. That is so cool. That's an awesome costume. Oh, I love that. Travis Touchdown? Oh dude, that music. That's awesome. That's another good one. As a sword fighter. Okay, it's your Mii's face, but you could totally make your Mii look like Travis at that point. That's awesome. Okay, Bomberman is super cool. And Travis Touchdown is super cool. I'm drawing a blank on Gale at the moment. Right here. Oh, that's awesome. Bomberman already exists as an assist trophy, but now you can use him as a Mii fighter. The body color is set to match the Mii fighter's colors. But just because you're Bomberman doesn't automatically mean you have more bomb moves. Why not try out an X-Bomb only battle for a change of pace? That's a cool idea. Amiibo. Oh, new Amiibo. Okay, I got these two already. Last time we talked about Joker and Hero. We just got these in the mail the other day. They should be available for purchase by now. Yeah, those are awesome. Well, something's behind that box, I think. The next would be... Oh yeah, he's looking at it. Or is it behind him? Oh snap! Banjo-Kazooie! Oh, that looks nice. This is a rare prototype which was sent to my home. Available 2021. It's amazing to think that an official 3D model of Banjo-Kazooie is being made by Nintendo in 2020. That's dope. That is cool. Well, actually there's more. Oh, it's funny. Mr. Sakurai is fun. Byleth. What about the P2 version? Unfortunately, we're only able to create the P1 fighter amiibo. Why? Interesting. That's it for me, amiibo information. I wouldn't mind the female one, though. Am I forgetting someone? Yeah? Who could it be? Terry. Oh, Terry right there. Oh. So 3 amiibo. Oh, dude, Terry. Hey, come on. That's awesome. 2021 for those 3. Dang, Terry looks cool. I like his model in this game a lot. Will an amiibo for Steve be made? If it's going to be produced, I bet it'll be easier compared to other fighters. Wow. 5 characters from Amiibo Pass 1. Yeah, Min Min will actually be another one, right? When you think about it, the Fighter Pass is a pretty good deal. You get 5 or 6 DLC fighters along with their stages, a lot of music tracks for the price of just 2 Amiibo. You can get Fighter Pass Volume 1 and Fighter Pass Volume 2. 11. The music tracks and stages selling well. There's such a large consumer base, which is why we can offer you this service. Wow. 4 more characters left. Man. This topic is from some time ago, but I'd also like to talk about version 8.1 update, which is already out. Yeah, small battlefield, that's fun. Addition for those who felt Battlefield was too big and found that station wasn't big enough. You can also select any music track for some stages like Battlefield. However, setting roughly 1,000 songs in My Music was unrealistic, so you can select the songs you want depending on your mood. We've also adjusted the connection environment with the goal of improving latency. The best way to improve it is to ensure the player's connection environment is optimal. If possible, we'd like to advise players to use a wired connection. L and R buttons would exclude how you would strongly tilt the control stick to join it. It looks like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has now sold over 20 million games total. Wow, that's a lot. Dang. There are plenty of new players who are now playing this game. We like to continue improving and adjusting the game behind the scenes. This time around, as with Banjo-Kazooie, we had a lot of support from Microsoft. We also had a lot of support from Mojang creators. I don't think there are many games with this much detail in their DLC, and I hope you enjoy it. This broadcast was again brought to you all from my home. Japan is currently experiencing heavy rain and extreme heat, while still experiencing the effects of the coronavirus. Some places are getting close to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Games that can be played indoors are helpful in times like these. As both a game developer and a player, I hope that you can enjoy not only Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but other games as well. That is all from Director Sakurai. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Mr. Sakurai. Dang, that was awesome. That's a full 45 minutes and 43 seconds. Boom. We'll pause it on Mr. Sakurai if we get a good shot. Although that's a good shot too. There we go. Okay, cool. That was a nice presentation. And, you know, in the beginning, I wasn't sure. I mean, I'm assuming that it was going to be spoken in Japanese with English subtitles, but I didn't know for sure if it would be dubbed over at all in English or not, and it wasn't. So as I was reading it earlier on, I noticed, well, two things. One, my square in the bottom right hand corner would be blocking some of the type, some of the text, and if I made myself really small, you probably wouldn't be able to see me. If I got rid of me completely, then it's kind of a different experience, since I wanted to be on camera. And by the time I thought, okay, I'll start reading, I was coming in midway as he was talking, not capturing the full sentence. So, you know, then, as you are aware, for the last 40 minutes, I was mostly reading the whole thing, slightly paraphrasing once in a while, sometimes omitting things that, you know, weren't the most vital. But I did that because, like I said, one, if you're not a Japanese speaker, if you're not familiar with the language, that's a lot of reading for you. If you're watching this with me, you might not be able to read all of it because, like I said, I'm blocking off a little bit in this corner down here. And two, even if I was blocking it off, it still might go fast for some people. Some people might be younger watching this and don't quite know how to read, or you might be hard of seeing, so it's not something that you can do in reading, and it's easier to hear somebody speaking it to you. So anyways, that's kind of why I decided to do it, just in case if anybody had any value to it. Maybe you're, like I said, hard of seeing, and having it read to you is nice. That was a cool presentation. Props to Mr. Sakurai. You know, him and his team really do a lot with this game. I've said it many, many times over, but you know, we really started noticing, I think with like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, perhaps, how much technicalities in the game, just how many frames of animation there are, stages, intricacies, matchups, hitbox detection. But you know, actually before Brawl, even Melee was really technical as well. And if you really think back, even the original Smash Brothers was a very fun, different type of fighting game for its time. I personally think that Smash Brothers has only gotten better with each installation. I love the original, but Melee was better. I'm actually on Team Brawl when it comes to Melee and Brawl. I thought Brawl was better. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U was just that next step up. I was a really big fan of the Wii U build, and you know, at that point, I was just blown away with just how much they were giving us. And now, with Ultimate, you know, hands down, this is my favorite Super Smash Bros. Game. Not just because of how big it is and how many stages, characters, and stuff, but really it's just the most fun to play. It plays well, it's fast, it's fluid. I've got the Final Smashes. I've got tons of optimization in there. Very fairly priced DLC, lots of tunes. You know, if there's one thing that it was missing, maybe you could say, you know, is a story mode with cinematics. They did enough reveal trailers that I think if they combined the reveal trailers, the really good quality CGI trailers from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and all of the reveal trailers from the characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and threw them into World of Light, you know, as you meet those characters in the game, you get that trailer, find a way how to make it work, such as when you meet Mega Man. You could throw the Mega Man trailer from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U in that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World of Light mode. That would just kind of beef up the feeling of this big quest, because World of Light, for as great as it was and fun, and I beat it within the first couple of weeks. I played through that thing fast, and I remember screenshotting my time and putting it online, and that was a lot of fun. But if you look back at that game, it doesn't compare in terms of story and overall graphic, visual storytelling, graphical presentation, progression as Super Smash Bros. Brawl did. You know, that game's Subspace Emissary is still the pinnacle of the series in terms of a story, and that's really something fun to be a part of. But aside from that little thing that was missing kind of in Ultimate, it really is the ultimate game. It's got all of it, and you know, thank you Nintendo, thank you Mr. Sakurai for all you do. And the partnerships, the third party stuff is just incredible. No other company has ever done anything remotely close, so this is really leaps and bounds above anyone else's effort to try to do this full storytelling love letter, if you will, to the video game industry, to fans around the world. Awesome seeing Bomberman as a Mii Fighter costume. It's already nice that he's an assist trophy, but being able to play kind of as him is really cool. Great seeing Travis Touchdown. Awesome seeing this Banjo-Kazooie Amiibo and Terry Bogard. I'm looking forward to Alex. I think she's nice. And Steve. It's a great duo. That Minecraft stage is great. So much technicality with the characters and digging and crafting and stuff. Makes me think, like, what would they do with the Fortnite character? Would they add, you know, creating your own barricade around you? I guess they would. Not that I necessarily think that one of the last four is a Fortnite character, but you know, I'd be surprised. Like, I'd have a shocking reaction to that, but I guess I shouldn't be too shocked because it could be. Fortnite's still big. And for that, I guess we're done. That was fun, like I said. I guess the final thing like I could ask is, who do you want the last four characters to be? If we don't have any DLC after this, and this game is, you know, at the brink of 90 or over 90 if you count like different Bowser children or different, well, even if they're not children, you know, the different Koopalings, if you count them, and like female Byleth and female Wii Fit Trainer and stuff like that, you definitely pass 90. But if you count them individually, you're still creeping up close to that. What are the last four? Who'd be the most significant? Who do you want and who do you think? I would really like Scorpion. If we get Scorpion, I think we don't need Doom Guy, but I wouldn't mind Doom Guy and Scorpion. But if I get Scorpion, I'm okay without having Doom Guy, I suppose. I would throw in Crash. So Scorpion and Crash Bandicoot. It's hard to say no to Sora, but another female character like Lara Croft and a couple of different skins, her old school skin and the new skin, would be pretty nice. And then it's hard because if you only have four, part of me wants to give like that slot to Master Chief. Imagine if, you know, sometime in 2021 Microsoft announces, you know, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate available via xCloud on Nintendo Switch and you have access to Halo. So now you can officially play Halo on Nintendo Switch. So since now the Halo franchise is on a Nintendo platform, boom, they finish it off with later that day. By the way, here's a Smash Bros. Presentation. Character drop, Master Chief in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That would be nuts. Like, that would be mind-blowing to have Microsoft's pretty much most significant character, their mascot, if you want to call him that, Master Chief in the game. Sora or Lara Croft, Doom Guy or Scorpion, Crash Bandicoot. Crash didn't hold a lot of weight for years, but Crash was so significant back then and in the last couple of years, and now moving forward, Crash seems to be back. Spyro's pretty big, but Crash is bigger. And then that only leaves out of the conversation in this game somebody else that would be kind of crazy. A Ratchet and Clank. A Kratos. You know? One of those two would be so unpredictable, so out there. Somebody that probably nobody thinks, but somebody out there is probably like, yeah, that would be awesome, right? But the only way for that to really happen would be Sony and Nintendo would have to bust something out together to get, you know, a God of War or a Ratchet and Clank on Nintendo, and I don't see that happening. Like, Nintendo and Microsoft, they're pretty chummy. They're doing a pretty good job working as friends in the industry, even early stuff like crossplay, you know? But then what about some of the more likelies? Dante from Devil May Cry, Ryu Hayabusa, Ninja Gaiden. You know, there still are some other characters with Age of Calamity coming out soon. Could we see Mifa, Daruk, Revali, or Urbosa? Could we see a new Pokemon? I don't know. There's a lot. Geno from Super Mario RPG. There's a lot to really go off of. It's fun to speculate, though. I love it. Cool video today. All right. Thank you for watching. This is Paul Gale Network signing out. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching with me. Bye.